We've got 4 of these bigger original flower horn parrot babies from back in January, but they're a lot bigger than the 16 to 18 of these smaller guys we have in here in the tank. They were like raised by the parents in. We ended up having to rehome the parents. We just didn't have anywhere to keep them at this time, and the babies would not stop eating Franklin's nuchal hump. So these guys I'm actually going to be moving into this tank that Joey set up for me a while back that has grown tremendously over several weeks, and it's in the same system as the Acara, Kuliloches, and Plecos. So I'm gonna put them in here. Hopefully they give me an easy time catching them. They move pretty quick. Okay, I caught everyone from the tank over there, and I'm gonna be adding them in here. They have lots of activities to do and plants to swim around and keep themselves busy. And this tank will last them quite a while because they're still pretty small. So this tank is officially stocked. I added these younger fry into this tank that Joey set up. I obviously haven't trimmed it or done anything with it since I put them in or since it's been set up. And it obviously has algae all over the front of it. But the fish are doing amazing in there and they're growing up. I think there's about 18 of them or something like that. It is above the Acara, Loach, and Pleco tank here. This 180 planted gallon aquarium has gone wild. I haven't done anything with it because I was taking care of it, and then Joey needed to borrow my CO2 tank, and when he did that, I started to get hair algae and stuff again, and then I was like not taking care of it, so it's gone completely overgrown. Like the plants are even coming out the top out of the water, and there's even some duckweed that got in there from getting transferred with nets and stuff. Anyways, the fish that Joey had in the 2000s, some of them, like the Severums and stuff, are being held in here for now temporarily, and I'll just fix this tank up at some point eventually. I did end up taking all the Anubias off of the piece of wood that was in there and putting them in this snowball shrimp tank, and I kind of wish that I left it on, so I might re-glue it back on if I trim down the plants and sort of do it over again or something, or I might just start again from scratch. Anyways, that is that planted tank. And then the shell dwellers are doing really well in here still, but I am looking at the idea of moving them from this tank down here into the Tropheus tank with the Tropheus bemba and the Tropheus icola, because I just don't like bending down to that tank and I want to enjoy them more at a better height. I thought I wouldn't mind going down there, but it's just not really practical, and it would be one less tank to take care of, and they're also both African cichlids from the same area, so I think they would do fine together. My rope fish tank, I just fed them, so they're in the front here, and it's doing awesome. The plants have really gone pretty crazy, especially that valve in the back, and I want it to even keep coming forward, which I think it will. But I just think it looks so cool with how it's like coming over. I'll show you from the back side too, just a second. I'm doing a water change on the stingray. Tyrese is here looking for some shrimp, and those eel things that Joey got are in here for now until they get moved. Anyways, this is the rope fish tank from the side. But you can see how the Val is just gone crazy in the back here. He loves the heater. One of them stays by the heater all the time, one of them stays in the rocks, and then the other two kind of just lay in the ground in the back here most of the time, except for when I'm feeding. But that is that. I just have the angels in a holding tank, and I'm probably gonna rehome them because they were just never the quality that I wanted of angelfish. And I had been going to put them back in here, but now I have these fry in here, so I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with them. But we're also looking to shut down this fish room and bring it all out to the gallery because we don't want to have tanks in the house anymore. So we'll see what ends up going on with each tank once we do that. I don't even know when you're gonna find that out. I don't even know all of the plans yet myself because Joey and I have just talked a little bit here and there about it, but I think it will be a good thing. Because right now, I've just basically been maintaining as far as like water changes. But everything else, like I haven't been maintaining the tanks like as far as making them look good. Even my shrimp tanks have gone pretty crazy. Like Joey had to take some of the dwarf sad out of here. So that's why the front of it's a bit crazy. This plant on the wood there is still done really well. And then I have a couple of stem plants that I just stuck in the back, but the moss has gone like kind of fuzzy. I don't really know why. It's still alive, but it has like fuzz all over it, but it doesn't really look like exactly like hair algae. Well, this part does, but on these pieces, like I don't really know what that is. Anyway, I'll have to redo it. It had a good like time of looking good for a long while. And then this one, same thing, like I need to redo it. All the moss that was on that tree, it was a different kind of moss. It all just fell off and died because it wasn't getting enough light because I sort of let the stem plants just grow all over the top. Like they're just a wild mess. So I'm gonna have to redo that. Also, that plant's done really well on the wood again, so I can continue using it, but it needs a whole rescape. The original red cherry shrimp tank, the moss kind of died off on that as well. I did grab some that was in the ropefish plants. It was sort of mixed in and added it in here, and I tried to get it to grow again how it was originally, so fluffy and stuff, but I've never gotten it to grow back how it was that first time when it was in the original Queen's Cove. So that is that. I did get some of it to grow in this second blue tree tank that I started, but I didn't put enough on each of the trees, so it's a little bit random. Like on that one, it's only on the back and the front, and then that one only has a bit on the side. But I can redo all these tanks once they get moved again. Roni, you're not supposed to open that door. And then the shrimp that I had on the table tank, I don't have a light on it, but they're just in here, orange and yellows. And yeah, that's it for the Queen's Cove for now. So my apologies for the lack of updates on everything in here. I've just been really not doing a whole lot down here. And I kind of look forward to just moving everything out into the gallery because then I will have more help and just probably more desire to go in there. Because since we moved into here, I thought I would be in here a lot more. But I've just been sort of doing water change every day on each tank and then not really feeling like doing anything else. So we'll see. Anyways, if you enjoyed this little update, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.